道生人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡啊嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡啊是马哈人的萨萨知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡啊是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡啊是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂嗡啊嗡贝赞格尔贝玛图人贝泽萨玛扬佐斯的巴拉嗡是马哈人的萨萨人知道人人长杂Page 15 1-5 嗡啊嗡当哈维热甘满天的的自由 From my heart, Ram, Yam, and Kam emerge and purify the vast substances white, red, and blue on Ah Hong and Ah Ho Shi issue forth and transform the substance into nectar. Om Ah Wong Ha Wo Re Om Ah Wong Ha Wo Re Om Ah Wong Ha Wo Re. She, to the Lama, Yedam, and Dakini, I make offerings of all that is desirable. I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. Please accept them with delight and bestow siddhis upon me, Kanachakara Punjakaya. Dai Jan Joy Roi Nan La Noi Be Da Guen De Koi Je Yin Je Dar Ve Shai Tai Re Dun Je Zhe Be Co Lan Bu. Home, all enemies and obstructors causing harm to us supreme yogi practitioners, draw them in, delivering them through compassion. We offer their flesh, blood, and bones to the imminent gathering of a great ferocious ones. Om Mansa Rada Kinere Basu Dangoro Tsana Tsetala Karangaye Ren Doyon Zoi Dan Jie Nan Sang Joy Duen Joy Bai Mei Zhong Bei Za Zui Lai Mei Doi Dan Guang Nian Jia Zang Bing Wu Zhou Zhou. Om Beza Zato Samaya Manubalaya Beza Zato Dino Ba Dijan Rejo Me Bawa Sudya Kayo Me Bawa Sube Chayo Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Majaya Sarva Karma Suzame Zidam Xiang Goro Wong Ha Bangai Wen Sarva Dadan Gadan Bezar Mimis Bezar Bawa Ma Samaya Zadu Om Bezar Ya Manu Balaya Bezra Sadu Dino Ba De Jan Ru Me Ba Wa Sudu Gayo Me Ba Wa Sube Jayo Me Ba Wa Anuradu Me Ba Wa Sarva Siddhi Manjaya Sarva Karma Sudame Zidan Shirang Guru Wang Wo Banga Wen Sarva Danga Dam Bezar Mamemet Bezar Bava Ma Samaya Sadu Wan Bezar Sadu Samaya Manubalaya Bezar Sadu Dinoba Di Zhang Zhe Zhe Me Ba Wa Su De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Su Be Jia Yo Me Ba Wa Anuradu Me Ba Wa Sarva Siddhi Manjaya Sarva Karma Sudame Zidan Shirang Guru Wong Wo Banga Wen Sarva Danga Dam Bezar Mamemet Bezar Bava Ma Samaya Sadu Wan Bezar Sadu Samaya Manubalaya Bezar Sadu Dinoba Di Zhang Zhe Zhe Me Ba Wa Su De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Su Be Jia Yo Me Ba Wa Anuradu Me Ba Wa Sarva Siddhi Manjaya Sarva Karma Sudame Zidan Shirang Guru Wong Wo Banga Wen Sarva Danga Dam Bezar Mamemet Bezar Ba Ma Samaya Sadu Wan Bezar Sadu Samaya Nubalaya Bezar Sadu Dinoba Di Zhang Zhe Zhe Me Ba Wa Su De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Su Be Jia Yo Me Ba Wa Anuradu Me Ba Wa Sarva Siddhi Manjaya Sarva Karma Sudame Zidam Jiryang Guru Wong Wo Banga Wen Sarva Danga Bezar Mamemet Bezar Bava Ma Samaya Sadu Alalahu. Okay, so first we do this. This is called the brief Dharma offering to the Dharma protectors. Everybody have that, right? You can do. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Then I start that. Zong jie jue dan zuo jian jian nan la jian jie ba de dan de jia sun jie da ge jian zuo jie be zuo nan jie ruo la bin zi zan jin zhe ba zhu. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment is attained. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefit of all beings. Sen jie dan jie deva dan deve jie dan den bar jie jie dong dai dong jie jie dan zha wai jie jie dong me be Dewa da me ra wa ju jie nie ren jia da nie da ra da nyo la ne ba ju jie. May all sentient beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from suffering. May they rest in equanimity that is free from attachment and aversion. Ra nye ye dan la zar be to zo le zhe ra yang gang me lo che yen ba len ge nie jo se jiang do ne jiang lo me den de do jie de de jiao yan xian jia jie nang zhang ai de zhen ai jie ba Ong wan zhan zhe ai da dang man lan ban ban dan jun zai wen xie na wo long ge be lo ye me bar zhe xue xie guo ben ye zhen be be zi Lui jian dai mai me jie gen gai jue dai den hong a wo 在来问着的这个这些也算大半解，我觉得在等白也觉得这样做就我我哈我是我我是我我是让个多个三问嘞。问着来买一担当，看着这种所没做，挪来学军学带动，给人领讲着这些。金丹真丹顿的我别在二干巴登别些对别阿鲁给安的那边的小大巴的杂所。家务多结不个也，多没人人也真就。周八多见将拉索，万类命爱单巴也，三年节别来买难，谢谢罗杰卡让开也，做这项就对吧？说完的所都接送。我也当家就难觉当，难觉来没接对别，对接对算继续当，买那买也就买当，等下老所家为了，写着人家3年给。也当整个将制作，谢谢如今个人个也，面对着做的呢，我在那里在的时候，我当今将做的对境，帮国家是家人在。假如个将被买呢，大学老孙跟不走，等孙去接着买单，不那将着玩来那，心中心动让 ra la pe ar nu jin ze mar so ju jiang gu jie dor ma na ye ye ro jie ran ga ye par jie ne duan ra gui zhe nor jie lo bong ge ze sen Chue dan den ba zon yen ba, da ge zam duen zhe ban zo. Om wa wen na man de zen zam ba la, nu jie nor da bo me zo. Mon ze la nguan zam er dang, ri jie lai jie ya yuan jie. 觉界多曼多缘界，夜夜若界嘎然嘎耶，觉得论觉被万族，我哇问来了萨格加金当，觉见就所在人界，帮个顿觉藏个做。 觉见顿不多曼的，夜夜若见嘎然嘎耶，巴结所兰对见着，嗡啊嗡南萨巴尔孙觉觉耶，耶达牛马尔内南当，杰巴尔耶尔内的大开。 大本果界多曼的，夜夜若界嘎然嘎耶，大顿觉现着班族，嗡啊嗡给大论天中不走，人家不论相滚大，嘎言觉界多曼的。 夜夜若界嘎然嘎耶，罗僧现内本身界，人家相现不论个，相国大见国万族，嗡啊嗡若着僧见大业走，觉界多玛家心的。 若界嘎然嘎耶，ra ra đông er zo ye ne, ban de san san lin jo. Oh, please consider me. Oh, please consider me. Oh, please consider me. Glorious Vajra guardian, great black one, Mahakala, and the glorious great Brahma. Heruka Jagasamvara, by nature you are one within Dharmata. In essence, you are the same within exalted wisdom. In creators, you are equal in inherent activity. Hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstance. You are the foremost Lord of all appearance and existence, gods and demons, fierce protector, who is the great leader of activity opposers. Invisible sovereign of radiant splendor, you protect awareness holding yogins as if they were your own children and essence the concentration of earthbound practitioners. You are endowed within the radiance of peace and splendor of increase, the power of magnetizing activity, and are sweat in activities of liberating savage force and hindrances. Your made skill to protect teaching is supreme, powerful Lord Dorje Jatsin, great world, gods of yogins, please think of me. Abiding on this secure ground of Vajra Herukas, enlightened body, speech, and mind, I, a yogin, engage in practice to attain unsurpassed enlightenment. Act so as to conquer obstacles to the path of supreme bliss, dread of the four maras. Please cause me to encounter the samadhis asserted that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I help me so I will not traverse a perverted path with my body, speech, and mind. Please cause my mind to turn towards freedom and enlightenment. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness provide and increase. May God's demons and men be overpowered, and all times in every circumstance may enlightened activities to be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and the guardian of all beings, please perform activities so great, supreme, and common cities unobstructedly and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with a perfect view, and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness prevail and prevail. Mahasi, by the power of compassion and previous aspirations, Achijidorma, arise from the basic space of phenomena and look upon us from the expanse of exalted wisdom. Miraculously descends upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, daughter of Nanam, powerful lady, Dharma Tara, Wisdom Tara, Samaya Tara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Karmandakini. Noble lady, Tahitsiringma, Mio Lozangma, Tekan Ruzangma, Tengisharzangma, and Chupin Dinzangma. Protectors of the lineage, forefathers, protectors of free training hermitages, protectors with Samaya, who pledged to protect the teachings of the Kaju lineage. Your effort, wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds. Your blessings are close, and your power is unobstructed. All of you bless us return with your enlightened body. Bless us with your enlightened speech. Bless us with your enlightened mind. Bless us with your enlightened qualities. Bless us with your enlightened activities. Act so as to conquer adverse circumstances and drift of four maras. Please cause me to encounter the samadhi escort that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, help me not to walk on overpower with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn towards freedom and enlightenment. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness provide and increase. May gods, demons, and men be overpowered. At all the times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and guardian of all beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities unobstructedly and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with a perfected view, and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness prevail and prevail. Jaya Jaya Siddhi Siddhi Phala Phala. Jarve Gasun Dorje Na Boje Yin Zhe Jurve Yun Sun Lei Jian Gong Jia Ru Dun Sun Sen Dun Gan Zhui Jie Gan Zhu Zhu Dai Nir Zi Ger Jian Gong Shai Jie Ben Jie Ma Nen Dai Xun Dang Zhi Xi Yong Ge Bo Nyai Zhen Dan Jie Bar Jian Gong Bo Dun Jie Zang Ai Dang Na Bo Dun Dan Xia San Ben Jie Zuo Ma Mo Jie Wai Gan Jie Nui Jian Zhe Bo Nyai Li Ji Jia Qin Sam Lin De A Zhi 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 Li Xi Zhen Gu Jie Zai Xi Zai Ren Mu Nai Jian Zhe Dang A Ran Men Sun Jia Xi Nam Du Se Dang Lai Ren A Ri Xi Nur Ju Ma Yin Zhu Ya Yun Sa Du Ra Wu La Yar Xi Geng Ai Nui Jin Yang Li Wer Nan Jin Dang La Zang Bai Gen Yin Xie Yi Din Gun Bi Den Bai Jiu Nam La Ji Di Da Lu Yai Ji Jin Sei Dang Nan Di Gu Sun Du Yun Zhi Lei Den San Wa La Du Sun Gu Den Bi Zi Nir Jun Du Yun Wa Dai Ren Jin Dun Zhe Xi Zai Dai Zai Bi Nir Ju Dang Ri Ma Ju Ru Me Ra Dur Me Zo Ri Me Dar Zai Ren Ji Gong Zu So Gu Ge Zang Wa Zang Gun Jur Bai Den Zi Ge Jian Bi Yi Xin Ju Bi Zo Den Sun Dan Ji Jian Zu Zo Lan Bar Sul Lun Ju Dun Bu Lun Yi Jir Jie Du Dan Gan Gui Dan Zai Nian Jia Xia Gan Zhi Zor Ju Yi Bi Yar Dun Jie Ri Bi Da Xun Zhi Ling Un Dun Zu Ga Dan Den Sun Gu Dan Gan Zai Jiang Bar Dan Yin Bi Zha Bi Sa Sun Jia Dang Wei Zha Sun De Bi Ge Bon Da Bar Ji Jian Da Ji Ga Bu Dun Do Ji Sai Du Nan Ji Yin Zhi Bar Zu Ji Di Sun Gun Qu Ji Ren Jin Jie Ye Zhe Den Bi Sa Qin Xia Ba Jun Gu Ra Den Si Ga Jia Lun Ju Nam Dan Ji Su Ma Ren Yi De Zai Wei Jiang Nan Ji Jiu Wei Zhi Lin Zhi Bar Zu San Ji Den Su Gun Qiu Wen Ban De Gen De De Jian Nan Ji Zai Ba Bil Nian Bi Dar Si Zha Bu Dong Bu La Gu Da Lun Jue Jie Ban Yi Dun Zu Gen Me Lan Zu Dian Bi Lu Dan Me La Yan Zi De Mo Jie Wa Dang Na Wa Da De Nian Bi Tam De Xian Zhi Jian E Ba Na Dan Me Zhi Xian Se Gong Yu Bi Ron Zi Zhen Ba Dang Lu Lai Ren Jian De Wa Ku Nen Zou Ye Lai Nan Ba Ru Wei Ding Zhen Jie San Mi De Wei Na Yang Wan Bar Zi Ju Zi Ra Ju 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 Ren Ju De Na 得三昧些自动结文组，学了这些论就不算走，其所论证确立中顿走，皆不着就穷困在外就。多那三度一心之八当，大胆大业生觉当结结，拉密足不强觉之八拉，而且八切马律学瓦当，顿结马律论经之八则。皆感谢也来真把三界讲，得不我这昨晚在八夜，所买一些挪威艰难界，大概三多马轮这八字。Shabda Sado Samaya, Manobalaya, Beza Sado Dinova, Diranda Mebab, Sudugayo Mebaba, Sukajayo Mebaba, Anorado Mebaba, Sava Sudan Bandaya, Sava Karma Sudan, Sudan Yuran Guru Wong, Banga Wen Sarva Dadang, Beza Mame Meza, Beza Bama, Samaya Sado, page 24. Oi John Den De Jie Jie Nga Ru Zhi Bai Jie Be Gang Za La Bei Jie Jiong Wai Xia Jie Be Jie Jiong Su Ma Nan Jie Zha Xi Yes, can you first give me drum? Drum. Yes. Thank you. Yes, please. Yeah, right now you are ready. The page 17 at this Guru Rinpoche's. Page 17, 17. Zai Nian Jie Jian Bo Nian Nan Nian Jue Wei Bei Lon Jun De La Mer Wang Wai Nam La Bo Zhi Zhang Ba Lin Da Ka Home, the finished selected portion, the feast and its remainders are offered to the three roots. May Dharma brothers and sisters and the messengers invoke, respectively, those deserving of remainders are offered this suitable enjoyment. Uzu Zhang Ba Lin Da Ka Hi. Lai mai ye dan gan ru jie to dan guo loi che len zo par jie so lan ge zhou zhou sarva siddhi pa Hong, Lama, Yedam, and Dakini, who manifest from the continuous nature of Dharma Dhatu, I invoke your Samaya. Please enact enlightened activities, disable hindrance, and bestow accomplishments. Om A Bajrangur Deva Dakin Sarva Siddhi Pala Hong. Ngồi đại bài đại đại mê chế Ren dân duyệt bê chế ngài rồi Kê lại đại chế xuân mê chô Chô tờ dễ lại trên lễ rô Dharma Pala Saparava Amrita Home, host of protectors who have given your word in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Before the eyes of the Vajradhara lineage, accept this offering dharma and carry out enlightened deeds. Om Dharma Pala Sapara Vara Amrta Balinda Kahe. Om Zuo Jin Bar Wei Ga Gui Bei Bo Gan Zhong Wai De Mei Zhou De Jie De Zhen Bar Wai Jie Che Le Nan Jun Zhe Bar Zu Hunda Gine Titra Sabara Amrta Bunza Kaye. Home, assembly of Tema goddesses, protectors of Tibet who are bound by the command of the great blessed master. Please come here, enjoy this first ambrosia and accomplish the four enlightened activities. Om Dai Kene Tita Sapara Vara Amrta Puja Kaya. Om Ni Ani Hong Ni Tambayara Chakurani. Om Ten Joy Ngai Je Gor Joy Jang. Che Lai Non Be Jai Mai Da. xie dan xie me gan zhong wa la zo na la zu bar zo om be zo sa zo sa ma ya ma no pa la zo sa zo de na wa de ran de zhe me ba wa su de gan ya me ba wa su de ya me ba na de me ba zo Home, having entered the gates of the supreme mantra vehicle, in order to purify stains of omniscience, additions, and mistakes, I beseech you, divine assembly, to forbear all errors. I am aware of in all this. I do not recall. Bezo Sato Samaya, Manavalaya, and Bezo Sato Denova, Tiranda me Bava, Sudakayo me Bava, Suvejayo me Bava, Anarado me Bava, Savasete Mendaya, Savakama Sudame, Sudan Kiran Kuro, Bangawan, Savadang. Bezo Mame Bezan Bezo Bama, Samaya Sado, One Bezo Sato Samaya, Manavalaya. Bezar Sado Dinova, Tiranda me Bava, Sudakayo me Bava, Suvejayo me Bava, Anurado me Bava, Savasita Mendraya, Savakarma Sudame, Sudan Shiran Kuro, Ha 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 ha, Bangaven, Savata Dangata, Bezamame, Bezar Bama, Samaya Sado, One Bezar Sado Samaya, Manupalaya, and Bezar Sado Dinov. Tiranda me Bava, Sudakayo me Bava, Suvejayo me Bava, Anurado. Sarvasite Mendraya, Savakarma Sudame, Sudan Shiran Kuro, Ha Banga, Sarvata Dangata, Bezamame, Bezabama, Samaya Sado, Raje me Balarnawa. Jö ma da ve jen gur la, jö ye ran ye ne su de, zu me lo nyam a la. Home, the illusory deities of the mandala, divining appearance like in any real existence, gather back into the natural embody of Dharma Dhatu. How wondrous is this overwhelming unbounded is. Kun sein sein zai ju jie, jie la me rai jie yo, ye dan jar wai jie zhe zo, gu de nai nie rai jie yo. Ma sen gan dui shun dui jie, zhe len zhe pe shai xie zhuo, jie jian tan jie zhe pe zo, zhai gui zai ju zhai xi zhuo. Ho. May the auspiciousness of the blessings of the root and lineage lamas all the way back to Samantabhadra prevail, and may the auspicious needs of the wondrous cities of this assembly of peaceful and wrathful victorious Yidams and prevail. May the auspicious needs of the mothers, sisters, Dakinis, and secondary Dakinis, enlightened accomplishments prevail. May the auspicious needs of the annihilations of the enemies and obstructors by the host of Dharma protectors and oath-bound haughty ones prevail. Okay, so the blue book. The blue book number thank you. 40. Number 40. Prayer of Kunzambo. Oh, everything, appearance and existence, samsara and nirvana, has a single ground, yet two paths and two fruitions, and magically display as awareness or unawareness. Through Kunda Zambo's prayer, may all beings become Buddhas, completely perfected in the body of the Dharma Dhatu. The ground of all is uncompounded, and the self-erased great expanse beyond expression has neither the name samsara nor nirvana. Realize just this, you are a Buddha. Not realizing this, you are a being wandering in samsara. I pray that you beings of the three realms may realize the true meaning of the unexpansible ground. I, Kunda Zambo, have realized the truth of this ground, free from cause and condition, which is just this self-arising awareness. It is unsustained by outer expression and inner thought. Affirmation or denial, it is not defiled by the darkness and mindfulness. Thus, this self-manifesting display is free from defects. I, Kunda Zambo, abiding as intrinsic awareness. Even though the three realms were to be destroyed, there is no fear. There is no attachment to the five desirable qualities of the sense objects. In connections from the thoughts, there is neither solid form nor the five persons. In the unceasing clarity of awareness, singular in essence, there yet arises the display of the five wisdoms. From the ripening of these five wisdoms, the five original Buddha families emerge, and through the expanse of their wisdom, the 42 peaceful Buddhas appear. Through the erasing power of the five wisdoms, the 60 wrathful Herukas manifest. Thus, the ground awareness is never mistaken or wrong. I, Kunda Zambo, am the originally Buddha of all, and through this prayer of mine, may all you beings who wander in the three realms of samsara realize this self-awareness, and may your great wisdom spontaneously increase. May emanations will continuously manifest in billions of unimaginable ways, appearing in forms to help you beings who can be trained. Through my compassionate prayer, may all of you beings who wander in the two realms of samsara escape from these 6 life forms. From the beginning, you beings are deluded, because you do not recognize the awareness of the ground, being thus unmindful of what occurs in the delusion, the very state of unawareness and the cause of going astray. From this delusive state comes a soothing and then a subtle consciousness of wavering fear. From the wavering rest and separation of self, and the perception of others as enemies. Gradually, these tendencies of separation and strengthening, and from this, the cycle of samsara begins. Then the emotions and the five positions develop. The actions of these emotions are endless. You beings lack awareness because you are unmindful. And this is the basics of your going destroyer. Through my prayer, may all you beings recognize your intrinsic awareness. In it, awareness means unmindfulness and distraction. Inputting awareness means dualistic thought towards self and others. Both kinds of awareness are the basis for the delusions of all beings. Through Kunda Zambo's prayer, may all you beings wandering in samsara clear away the dark fog and unmindfulness. Clear away the clinging thoughts of duality. May you recognize your own intrinsic awareness. Dualistic thoughts created doubt. From subtle attachment to this dualistic trend of mind, dualistic tendencies become strong and thicker. Food, wealth, clothes, home, and friends. The five objects of the senses and your beloved family. All these things cause torment by creating longing and desire. These are all worldly delusions. The activities of grasping and clinging are endless. When the fruition of attachment ripens, you are born as a hungry ghost, tormented by desiring, miserable, starving, and thirsty. Through Vakunda Zambo's prayer, may all you desirous and lustful beings who have attachment neither reject longing desire nor accept attachment to desires. Let your consciousness realize in its own natural state. That your awareness will be able to hold its own. May you achieve the wisdom of perfect discernment. When an object appears, the subtle consciousness of fear will arise. From this fear, the habits of anger becomes stronger and stronger. Finally, hostility comes, causing violence and murder. When the fruitions of this anger ripens, you will suffer in hell. Through Kunda Zambo's prayer, you beings of the six realms, when strong anger arises for you, neither reject nor accept it. Instead, realize in the natural state and achieve the wisdom of clarity. When your mind becomes full of pride, thoughts of competition and humiliation, as this pride becomes stronger and stronger, you will experience the suffering of quarrel and abuse. When the fruition of this karma ripens, you will be born in the God realms and experience the suffering of change and fall into lower rebirths. Kunda Zambo's prayer. May you beings who develop the pride, let your consciousness realize in the natural state. Then your awareness will be able to hold its own. May you achieve the wisdom of equanimity. By increase the habits of duality, by praising yourself and denigrating others. Your competitive mind will lead you to jealous and fighting, and you will be born in the jealous God realm, where there is much killing and injury. From the result of the killing, you will fall into the hell realm. Through Vakunda Zambo's prayer, when jealous and competitive thoughts arise, do not grasp in the enemies. Just realize in it. That consciousness can hold its own natural state. May you achieve the wisdom of unobstructed action. By being distracted, careless, and unmindful, you beings will become dull, foggy, and forgetful. By being lies, you will increase your ignorance, and the fruition of this ignorance will be wandering helplessly in the animal realms. Through Kunda Zambo's prayer, may you beings who have fallen into the dark path of ignorance, shining the light of mindfulness and thereby achieve wisdom free from thought. All you beings of the three realms are actually identical to Buddha, the ground of all. But your misunderstanding of the ground causes you to go astray, so you act without aim. The six karmic actions are the delusion like a dream. I am the paramodal Buddha here to train the six kinds of beings. Through all my manifestations, through Kunda Zambo's prayer, may all you beings without exception attain enlightenment in the state of Dharma Dhatu. Aho, hereafter whenever a very powerful yogin, with his or her awareness radiant and free from delusion, recite this very powerful prayer, then all will achieve enlightenment within their lifetimes. During a solar or lunar eclipse, during an earthquake, or when the earth rumbles. At this solstice at the new year, you should visualize Kunda Zambo. And if you pray loudly so all can hear, the beings of the three realms will be gradually liberated from suffering through the prayer of the yogin and will finally achieve enlightenment. This yellow in prayer book, the page number, there are 15, 15. For this realm encircling by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Janso, you who are one Avalokiteshwarya, may you remain the step until samsara's end. You are the embodiment of all the precious ones. You are great beings, are the holder and the promoter of teachings of the Shakya land. Your perfect actions are for the liberation of sentient beings. May you, the Jesuit Lama, whose enlightened activities are spontaneously present, live long. Precious holder of the triple gem of Dugungpa, who preserves the indestructible practice of the performed Dharma, who has realized the sublime truth which reveals peace and illumination. May you who relieve the suffering of limitless beings live long. The one known in the Holy Land as Arya Deva emanate into the gargling of Eastern Tibetan as Chudingpa. The hard son of Jigding Gombo, may the life of glorious Garchi remain for 100 eons. In this age of strife, when the victorious teachings face hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unabyssed teachings. May Garchin, the son of the teaching, live long. You who are richly endowed with the glorious wealth of Dharma knowledge, who through reflecting and meditating having actualized in self-aware absolute light and shining with 100,000 light rays of ethical discipline of the Buddha Dharma, may you, Kinchi Rena Doza, live long. You possess the repository of the essence teachings of past supreme siddhas. You, the precious Kuncho, are the refuge of all beings. You are the treasure trove of all the wishfully noble. Drubang Kuncho Norba, I supplicate you, by power of the wealth of our devotion and virtue, and of the deities of the three roots and gardens. May the life of the Guru, glorious protector, hold firm in these actions ceaselessly spread in the 10 directions. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 Chakravarti kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate area. I prostrate to the Venerable Genius who shows whatever is needed to subdue those to be subdued. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Gevande nyurda jinreze wander journey Dova che joy maleba de zalanga barjo. Thank you so much, great practitioners. See you tomorrow.